Tired of dealing with annoying flies, fruit flies, and gnats in your home? The Zevo Flying Insect Trap is your ultimate solution. Don't wait. Check out the link in the video description now to get your Zevo Flying Insect Trap on Amazon and enjoy a bug-free home today.
Ellen DeGeneres' fall from grace was sparked by a single tweet penned by comedian Kevin T. Porter in March 2020 asking people for the most insane stories you've heard about Ellen being mean, which amassed 2,600 replies. The comedian, who was previously known as being a nice, public figure, no doubt broke boundaries when she became the host of her own show in 2003, 6 years after publicly coming out as gay and just months after returning to the spotlight as the voice of Dory in the hit Pixar film Finding Nemo. But while she had built a reputation as a friendly comic who doesn't use profanity or make jokes at the expense of others, rumors swirled in Hollywood for years that she's not nearly as warm and friendly as her public persona suggests. Those rumors came to a head in 2020 in a stream of negative press, with stars, crew, and non-Hollywood types alike coming forward to share their stories about the host. So as Ellen announces that will be done with showbiz after her next Netflix special airs later this year, Mail Online takes a look at her swift fall from the top. Ellen faced her first whiff of backlash in October of 2019 when she took in a Dallas Cowboys football game in a luxury box, where she sat next to former President George W. Bush. Cameras showed the pair sitting side by side and seemingly enjoying each other's company, which led to a flood of criticism online. Critics pointed out that while Ellen has been a trailblazer for the LGBTQ community, Bush has backed several policies that were hurtful to gay people, including a proposed constitutional amendment that would have defined marriage as a union between one man and one woman. Bush was also against classifying crimes against gay people as hate crimes, and, as many pointed out, brought the U.S. into a long, costly, and deadly war in Iraq on the basis of hidden weapons of mass destruction which were never found. Ellen later addressed the backlash on her show, saying, "I'm friends with George Bush. In fact, I'm friends with a lot of people who don't share the same beliefs that I have. Just because I don't agree with someone on everything doesn't mean that I'm not going to be friends with them. When I say, be kind to one another, I don't mean only the people that think the same way that you do. I mean, be kind to everyone, it doesn't matter." But it was that refrain, "be kind to everyone," that would come to mean more trouble for Ellen, who has since been accused of being a hypocrite and not being kind to many people. One of the first critics to speak out was Nikki DeJager, a trans beauty blogger who goes by Nikki Tutorials. She had appeared on Ellen's show in January of 2020 to talk about coming out as trans, but the next month admitted that the experience wasn't what she had hoped. "Let me say that there's a big difference between this show and Ellen DeGeneres, and I'm saying that in favor of this show," she said on the Dutch talk show De Wereld Draait Door. "It's nice that you say hi before the show." She didn't, she added, agreeing with an assessment that she was cold and distant. Whispers about Ellen's behavior grew into shots in April 2020, when comedian Kevin T. Porter tweeted a plea for stories about the star. "Right now we all need a little kindness. You know, like Ellen DeGeneres always talks about," he tweeted. "She's also notoriously one of the meanest people alive. Respond to this with the most insane stories you've heard about Ellen being mean. I'll match every $1/$2 to at LA Food Bank." More criticism came Ellen's way after her April 6 show, which was filmed from home at the start of the pandemic. Speaking to the camera from inside her multi-million-dollar mansion, Ellen jokingly compared her plight to that of prisoners in jail. "One thing I've learned from being in quarantine is that people, this is like being in jail, is what this is," she said. "It's mostly because I've been wearing the same clothes for 10 days, and everyone in here is gay." Commenters quickly took to Twitter to criticize the star for being tone deaf and out of touch, pointing out that in addition to people dying from COVID-19, most Americans watching her show were doing so from much smaller and less luxurious homes. What's more, critics said, making light of the challenges facing the imprisoned population was particularly ill-timed given their increased risk of contracting COVID.